The point of this video is I might try to start some kind of like aquarium thing, because I mean, like, I'm building on this tank right here, or not tank, good grief, it's a box that I'm going to put Zach in, which he's right there in the middle in the teddy bear. And my goal is to get this thing fixed up. The point of this video is kind of to get y'all's idea on maybe doing, like, I know Bama Bass has a thing, Tank Tuesday, where they show off all their aquariums and stuff on Tuesdays. But they just now recently got the pond put in their backyard. If you don't watch Bama Bass, go check them out. They've got really cool stuff. Aquariums. Would you guys like to see an aquarium, like aquarium videos, to add to the week? I know that, like, Yummy's got a moto vlog, a fan mail, which I would honestly love to do fan mail stuff, but I just don't guess I have enough people or anybody. I guess even if one or two people would send stuff in, I have my grandma's P.O. box. I could use her P.O. box to have y'all send stuff if that's something that you would want to do. You'd have to keep it PG if you send me stuff. Like, I like reptile stuff and fish stuff, tackle, anything like that. If you would want to send to me, let me know, and I'll drop the P.O. box, and you can send me some stuff. But would you want to see like an aquarium series? I want to rebuild this one over here. It actually needs a rebuild because it's well over 10 or 15 years old. So it needs a rebuild. The 125 over here needs a rebuild. That's why I'm building this thing for Zach. I'm going to put his stuff in it and get this thing cleared out. And I might just move my mattresses, scoot them out and flip them up, and take it, put it right here in the floor where it's on carpet, so that it's not going to be really a rough surface. Completely take it apart and reseal every bit of it. Use a lot of silicone and just get it really good. Do a really good job of it. And you're supposed to let them sit for a while, and once they completely dry, you cannot smell silicone anymore in the tank. You fill it up with water, and then you leave it full of water for a while. I'm probably going to leave it full of water outside for maybe 2 weeks, just to make sure that it doesn't spring a leak or blow out any seals, because 125 gallons on carpet is rough. We had it blow up. We had it crack twice. But anyway, my tank, it is pretty much probably 100% different than what you seen last. The fish are different. My albino catfish, he did pass. It was so unexpected. It actually really made me sad. He was fine for a day. The day after that, I come in and he was stuck to the filter. I don't know if he ate too much or if he tried to eat one of the big crawdads and suffocated. I do not know. The iridescent shark is fine. Mom wanted him in her tank to stay. So with the fish that I have now, which you're about to see, I couldn't have him in here. So if that tells you anything of what they are, I'm not allowed to. I can't have anything. Well, I can, but it's risky. But I probably could have, but I just didn't want to risk it. But I guess without further ado, I will unveil. It's a very simple. I haven't even finished it yet. The tank itself. Um, but if you would look, here's the tank, and you're probably thinking, well, where's the fish? I see Placo tail, but I don't see any fish. There's the log. The fish are in here. They're actually little right now. You can maybe see one's reflection down there. There they are. Come on out, say hi. They are tiger Oscars. And they are already very playfully acting. And I don't know, they change colors very easily. This one here, it usually is dark gray or almost a black, and then it's got the orange. And this one I believe is a long fin. I don't know what the proper, I've seen veil finned tiger Oscars, but I'm not for sure. But these little dudes, they are babies, and I have no idea whether they're male or females yet. But they should get along just fine. They're the same size, and Oscars tend to get along with other Oscars pretty well. But I picked these dudes up at Walmart, and I know that was like, it's so weird, but they have a 90-day replacement or money back thing, so they have pretty good and they have pretty good faith in their fish. And these dudes are eating. They did eat. I got them yesterday, and you see this dude's darkening up a little bit. Look how pretty he is. He's like camouflage. He's like, looks like he's got a little, maybe a little bit of cheetah. I think there's a cheetah cichlid or something like that. I don't know, but they are a cichlid. They're just a, right now they're about the size of what a regular cichlid would reach as max. But these dudes, they will get probably as big as this rock in about 5 years. They will probably reach 6 inches within a year. From what I've read, if you feed them well, they grow pretty quick. I am really excited for these little dudes. They seem like they are just a little bit skittish. That one stays kind of hidden. This one likes to come out, and I don't know. It's an explorer, but so this is why I had to get rid of the other fish. I read up that 75 gallons was like ideal for an Oscar. And I feel like the wide tank will give them enough space that they can get along with each other. I have seen people with like 4 or 5 Oscars and cichlids and all kinds of stuff in tanks of this size. I wouldn't consider it overstocked. They might end up at full grown being a little bit too big. But as long as they don't bump around and like fight it with each other, I think they'll be fine in this 4-foot tank, because they won't get about maybe a foot a piece in length by the time they're full grown. They live anywhere from like 10 to 14, 15 years, from what I've read up on them. I'm super excited to have them. I kind of wanted to. I watched, and honestly, the Joey, the crazy Canadian aquarium maker, he got a red Oscar, and he named it Captain Hook. He looks a lot like these ones with the same collar, but his whole entire side is like an orangish collar, orangish coppery collar. And he's got like a blackish streak up the middle of his back where his fins are, and he's got a little spot on his tail, and they called him Captain Hook. So, I just kind of like fell in love with an Oscar then, and started looking up into him. And he said Joey said that like 55 is is okay for an Oscar, but it's small. 75 is like ideal, and I think he's got them in a 120. He's got Captain Hook, I think, in a 120, and he's got a weird sunshine Pleco, I believe is what he called it. Now this is Dinosaur, and he's about 9.5, 10 inches long. Whenever he's stretched out on the glass, he's a big guy, but he might keep growing. I don't know for sure. We'll just have to see if he grows any more, being in this tank. But these little guys, they are eating. They eat well. They don't just eat what they actually go to the top and they pop off the top of the water. So they're eating healthy. They're good, and that's what I was worried about. If you get a new fish and it's a small fish and it doesn't eat for a while, it's not very good for them. A bigger fish like a peacock bass or somewheres around the line like an arowana or something like that, they can go quite a while without eating. But these little dudes, they can't go real long without eating, or they will die. But I don't have to worry about that. They're eating well. They probably would eat right now if I'd put food in there, but I don't want to overfill the tank with food, because I have had so much issues with this tank turning cloudy, and I let it cycle for a while. It stayed perfectly crystal clear for probably close to 2 weeks, and then I put Pleco in there. He done alright, and then started pooping, so I had to really start cleaning the tank out more near the bottom. And if you look this way, he's actually got quite a bit of poop in the back that I've got to get cleaned out. But that's just the nature of the beast. If you have a Pleco, they do poop a lot, so that would be, if you want to do, I can do updates in my room. Is like still very messy because I've been trying to clean my closet out, get some stuff figured out, and getting this thing put into place made a lot of stuff not have a spot. So I've got to throw a bunch of stuff away, and it's just pretty hectic. But this thing, once it's put together, well, technically right now I could not get it out my door without taking it apart. So it's pretty much committed in here, and if I have to take it with me or whatever, if I want to get it out of this room, I've got to take it apart, which is not going to be fun. My tank's a 6 foot. It's a 125. It is, I think, 15 or 16 inches wide. It's 20 inches tall or something like that, but it's 6 foot long. I'm going to get it fixed up, rebuild it, and get it functional again. Might use this tank here as a sump for it, or maybe get like a 10-gallon tank or like a 25 or something. I have to find out what size sump would be good for a 125 gallon. Might spend about $100 on a canister filter for this thing, because an Oscar is a pretty dirty fish. They're not as bad as a goldfish, I don't believe, but they eat sloppily and whatnot, so they will probably need better filtration than just the two hang on back or whatever filters. These are like they're hang on the back filters, but they go inside of the tank instead of outside of the tank. I explained that in one of the videos. Yeah, I'm welcoming these little dudes. I have no idea whether they are male, female, both males, both females. I do not know. That one has longer fins than this one. This is just a common red tiger, or tiger, maybe a red tiger. I don't know, but that's Tiger Oscar. That is also what I believe to be a Tiger Oscar, but it's a long fin. Don't eat Pleco poop, buddy. I need to name them. If you guys want to comment names, suggestions, then I might let y'all name him. But I guess on that note, this video is going to be over. If you like this kind of an aquarium update video type thing on like the progress of this one, that one, and this is like a terrarium, but I'll count it too as like an enclosure. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new and you want to see more stuff like this. I just took the like last week I posted up the KDX video, and I guess for a spoiler to the people that are watching these videos, this is my shock. If you remember back in previous videos, it was blue, so I've painted it. If you want to know what I used, it is acrylic enamel by Rust-Oleum. This is supposed to be really good stuff. It's automotive paint, so it's tough. But that was just a little sneak peek of what's to come with the bike build. Hopefully within the next couple weeks I should have the parts ordered. But on that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video off, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one. Later.